Well, he attack me. But Jaden Chase, they have to make the fans them know what really are going on.
Yeah, man, now move settings nation. Now, welcome to the channel. Yeah, man, Aut0psy another one that we're going to bring on another reasoning on the topic of current affairs. So, if you're new to the channel, just a pass through, but to find the reasoning insightful, well, I'm suggesting to you that you click the subscribe icon and then put a like on the video. Now, let's get right into the reasoning. Now, nation, family members and the attorney representing Mobay pastor Kevin Smith have won their request to have the autopsy date moved up. They have also won the request to have family members present at the examination. And this is a very important moment for the family and for the attorneys, who have stated that they are pursuing a legal case to hold the state accountable for Smith's passing. Now, nation, police were seen stationed outside of Aut0psy's funeral home in Spanish Town, St. Catherine in high numbers as the autopsy for the deceased religious leader was underway. Nation, may I make you listen to the footage? They will contain the reasoning. Look and listen.
Oh, wow. So if anybody can just to their journalist rants again on the morning, step on the road as usual. This time of the Spanish Town, Young Street to be exact. Aut0psy's funeral home. I guess you know, can't guess why. Well, I'm telling you. Kevin Smith, the called pastor's autopsies today. So, I'm here making sure he's dead. 3 days pass, I will never see him rise, but that no mean say, should them to put him on the freezer, I'm not gonna rise again. So they are going to hold the thing and I make sure it's everything set up. So far it's a quiet funeral home, as you can see. Nothing out of the ordinary. There was a few police earlier, they're all gone. But
Yes, nation, now let's continue the reasoning. Now, 2 family members were seen wearing full ski mask accompanying the body to the funeral home. No confirmation if an independent pathologist was on scene with the family, as attorney at law Valerie Nita Robertson had made a statement in the media pointing to the fact that the family had made plans to hire one. In that same media publication, the attorney at law also complained about the manner in which the police allegedly infringed on her client's rights and disregarded his legal representation, speaking to the incident in which officers took Smith to the second search of one of his other properties. And because of the fact that his attorneys were not present, the search had to be aborted, which resulted in these statements being made by his attorney. Now, even as it relates to the case, if they are planning to seek compensation, money from the government can't pay Smith family before them pay Nzinga King. And the citizens of Jamaica not care which big lawyer they on Smith case. Now, Miss Nita Robertson was also quoted as saying that she was never informed about the move. She was quoted as saying to Radio Jamaica that, why didn't they take him before the parish court in the jurisdiction where the alleged offenses were committed? And then there they could make the necessary legal applications. And she was quoted as saying any application to move the jurisdiction, she has to participate in that. She was never made aware of the move. She was quoted as saying they have to inform her and they have to file an affidavit to say why you want to move out of the parish. Of course, this is a case that has definitely gained a lot of public interest after the things that took place at the Pathway International Ministries were brought to light. The interest level of citizens, whether residing on the island or residing overseas, definitely peaked. This case and this situation was definitely more deadly, more serious than the typical scandals that you would hear surrounding pastors and certain ministries. There is also still public outrage over the fact that to date, only one individual from the Pathway Church has been brought to the court to stand trial for the actions that took place there, and that same individual has been given a psych evaluation and might serve his sentence at a psychiatric facility and not at a prison. And from all the other women who were there, especially ones who bring them youth, they have only been charged with breaking the Disaster Risk Management Act. That is a fine. That is basically because them break curfew. There was a no movement day and they made out. Warm to the implications with them youth. The fact that they bring them to this place. And with all of what take place at this place, they never seek to leave with them youth. They remained on the compound till the security forces showed up. Which still leaves the question, had not the security forces got there in time and see it? When them reach, 2 individuals had already passed. What would have been the scene if them did get called there a day after? So the fact that these members of the church chose to stay after seeing all our take place, it definitely calls into question their judgment. Some have said yes, brainwashed and things of that nature. But the fact that these individuals did bring them youth. Now, all of the youth them, not all, 1 out of the, I think of 14 of the youth are still in police custody. Or in the custody of the state rather. As them try to figure out some, I don't know if are the same youth that was spoken of in the voice note we did circulate in the media, in which the individual say them see Smith and move with one of the youth them. We don't know if I still the youth them still in a state care. But the other youths have been returned to family members. So it is also safe to say whoever they bring them go to the Pathway Church still resides in that very same household. And the fact that the church has confirmed that they might move on with operations, and what has taken place was just a situation and they are going to move on from it. These individuals might be returning to the same exact place where all of this trauma occurred. Now, truthfully speaking, if these individuals brought these youngsters back to that place where all of that take place, wouldn't that be some kind of violation? I don't know. But if anybody still employed at Sissoko, that is something where them fair look into. If you agree, let me know in the comment section. Another thing I'm going to ask the nation. Conveniently, after Pastor Kevin Smith met his demise, it has now shifted from the state against Smith and the Pathway Church to the estate of Smith against the state. It was never stated by Smith's estate or Smith's family's attorney, because I'm not a Smith attorney now, Valenita, why they wanted to have an independent autopsy done. Obviously, they must search for some signs of foul play. Now, if those signs are whatever the attorneys can use in court to make their argument is found, then how would you feel knowing that your tax dollars would now have to be handed over to Smith's family via the Jamaica Constabulary Force because of the suit his family's attorneys plan to put into motion? When to date, Indicom has not finalized their report that they stated would be sent to the Office of Public Prosecutions so that those involved in the unlawful trimming of Nzinga King could be prosecuted, so that the case that the family has against the state could move forward. But I'll know nothing has been done. As a matter of fact, Indicom went as far after there were calls in the media for answers to state that the process and the fact that this case is still still being investigated. Them can't forward out and give statements to the public because that's not the way an investigation works. We know this. But to be truthful, the people are not just calling for multiple press releases from Indicom. They're calling for the report to be completed and sent to the DPP so she can start FIR process. And so that attorneys representing Nzinga King can start for them process of seeking compensation. So of course people are outraged knowing that Smith's family want money from the government after all of the atrocities that has been brought to light that was committed in his organization under his instructions. So talk to me in the comment section. But I said one called Jaden Chase, the news correspondent. They've been new to the channel, just a pass through, but they like the reason, of course, they like the point of view. Well, I'm suggesting to you that you click the subscribe icon, then the bell icon, and put it on all. And this is how you know you'll be notified of all fresh content as soon as fresh content is uploaded and made available for you. You know the sentiments, and for those who don't, yeah man, now move settings fam. And my sentiments for you and yours are for to live, love, and prosper. Now stay tuned until we reason again.